Hi, my name is Jacob Larson, and we're working on Enneagram Type 6. Type 6s are tough. Type 6s are tough. They, by far, out of every type on the Enneagram scale, Type 6s break my heart. They absolutely do. Type 6s have had some sort of childhood trauma, where they were abused in some sort, whether it be emotional or physical abuse. Type 6s really suffer from fear of everything. I mean, they struggle with it every day. And it's one of those things that it's not an easy remedy. I mean, Type 6s really, in my opinion, personally, they have the toughest road out of all the Enneagram types to overcome and get past that, and it really takes some work. First and foremost, getting a Type 6 to recognize it is tough because they're in denial. I mean, they have a fear of accepting that. So, and then number two, getting them to do the work, because the work is challenging and it takes a lot of reprogramming and changing of thought process and how you do things, and watching triggers and stuff like that. And Type 6s, they have, like I said, they're rooted in fear, absolutely fear. And it's a devastating thing because sixes don't realize all the time how broad that behavior becomes. They don't see how broad it affects not only themselves in their own interactions and stuff like that, but the people around them. I mean, it really has some long-ranging effects. So Type 6s need to they need love more than anything. I mean, if you're going to be around a Type 6, you've got to really love them, because they're going to hurt you and they're going to challenge you and they're going to push you to the extreme that can be hard. It can be really challenging on your own self-esteem. They're going to whittle away at it. So a Type 6, they really need that forgiveness. Forgiveness is the number one thing. Type 6s. I have never ran into a Type 6 that didn't have a problem with forgiving somebody. As a matter of fact, I posted the weblog and I got messaged by someone who said, "Hey, I'm a Type 6," and boy, it really struck a chord with me because I don't forgive. I mean, if somebody does something wrong, I refuse. I will cut them off. I won't have anything to do with them, but I'm not going to forgive them. And for Type 6, man, I mean, forgiveness is the key. You have to learn to forgive. You've got to. You can't place your trust in man. You can't. But you have to put your trust in God. You have to start relying on God. You have to have that faith that God puts you in that situation, puts you in that place, not to harm you, but to keep you and to grow you and protect you. And you have to have faith in that. It wasn't there for no reason. There was a purpose behind it, and it has to do with your growth. And so even though you may have your reservations about a certain person or a certain job or a certain thing, you have to trust that God's in control of your life and God's going to protect you, and He's got your best interest in mind. And you have to be willing to forgive. You have to be willing to, forgive your past, the people that hurt you in the past. You have to be able to forgive yourself. And you've got to ask for that forgiveness. Be in that position, that softening of heart. That softening. 6s can harden their heart. 6s will absolutely harden their heart and lock themselves up. And they have to get to a place of softness. They have to get to that place where they realize God's in control and loves them and is working for them and protecting them. And so that's the key for 6s. 6s need to learn forgiveness. They got to practice it. It may be conscious at first. You may not quite understand how it works. It may seem very foreign. You're like, how can I forgive? I mean, this took place, or, well, I didn't get an apology, or, I didn't like the apology. And you have to remember, the apology is not about forgiveness. There are some offenses that have taken place in life where the apology wasn't always genuine. The apology never came. I mean, in some cases, no one got an apology, but the offense still was there. And God tells you got to forgive the offense anyway. You can't control other people and what they do, but you can control how you handle it, how you deal with it. And a lack of forgiveness is not the direction you want to go. You got to forgive. So that's the Enneagram 6. I've written a weblog. You're more than welcome to check it out. And at the bottom of the page there on the weblog, it's got some study scriptures for Type 6 to really go through and actually, like I said, study on the forgiveness thing. So anyway, hopefully you liked the video. Stay tuned. There's more coming up. Thanks.